this, we've learned this in the beginning of the year, and we're just going to kind of bring it back into memory focus. It's been a little while since we focused exclusively on integers. So, we know last week we talked about adding and subtracting integers, right? Same signs, add, different signs, subtract. All right, well, multiplying and dividing has its own set of rules. So does anybody remember the product? What does product mean? What operation does product mean? It's the answer to what type of a problem. You're right. Multiplication. So product is the operation of multiplication. All right, so if we have the product, so a multiplication problem, with two integers that have the same sign, is your answer going to be positive or negative?
Negative. No, positive.
It will be positive. And the way that I like to remember it is I kind of do this little smiley face right here. If I have two positive eyes, that looks all nice and happy, right? Happy, so we have a positive outcome. But for same signs, what would happen if I had two negatives?
They'd come out as positive.
They would still come out as a positive, and the way I like to look at my little smiley face, it kind of looks like he's sleeping, right? Typically, aren't we happy when we're sleeping? It's so nice, we don't have to do anything, just sleep. So it's a happy face. So again, our answer would be positive. All right, so now if we have the product of two integers with different signs, our answer is going to be negative. Y'all want to know what kind of smiley face I use for that?
Yes.
All right, let's look. I kind of have one negative and one positive, right? This kind of reminds me when your mom wakes you up or your parent wakes you up in the morning for school and you kind of open one eye and you're like, oh, do I have to go to school, right? Or do I have to get up so early, right? So you're kind of grumpy in the mornings. You don't want to wake up so early. So you only have one eye open. One positive, one negative. It's kind of a grumpy face, so that means my answers are negative. So that's just a little kind of reminder that I personally used when I was in school to help remember this. Because sometimes the rules get confusing. We have one set for adding and subtracting. We've got one set for multiplying and dividing, right? Okay, so let's fill in the chart. A positive times a positive. What kind of answer?
Positive times positive equals a positive.
Positive. That's our smiley face right here. Positive times positive gives me a positive answer. What about negative times negative?
Here's your positive.
Still a positive answer because my signs are the same. That's the sleepy phase. I'm so happy. I'm just sleeping, not having to do any work, right? All right, what about this one? I have opposite signs. Positive times a negative. Negative answer.
But isn't it when you're adding, is the bigger one?
Yes. All right, so now we have negative times a positive.
Negative.
It's still a negative because my signs are different. All right, so let's find the products. Negative 10 times negative 2.
Equals positive 20.
All right, negative times negative does equal positive. And then 10 times 2?
20.
Just the 20. Positive 20. Ooh, 16 times negative 8. You may have to go over to the side and do 16 times 8. You may have to go to the side and multiply. Don't shout out your answer. Give everybody a chance to multiply. Gotta use that multiplication. What did we get when we multiplied 16 times 8?
Oh, wait, I am done.
That would just be 6 times 8.
No.
6 times 8 would be 48. Carry my 4. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. So 128. But now is that going to be a positive or a negative?
Negative.
How do you know?
Because they're not.
Right. The signs are different. I have positive and a negative, so my answer is negative. All right, the next one, negative 30 times 4. Negative 30 times 4. First of all, what is my sign going to be, positive or negative? Negative, because I have different signs. And 30 times 4?
120.
120. 4 times 3 is 12, and then you can add the 0 onto it. Now, here's the good part. Division works the exact same way. Same signs are positive, different signs are negative. So the quotient of two integers with the same sign is positive. Still our smiley faces. I'm happy and I'm sleeping. I'm both happy. The quotient of two integers with different signs is negative. That's kind of that one eye open. I'm grumpy when I wake up. Only got one positive eye open. I don't want to wake up yet. So my answer is negative. All right, so let's fill in this chart. You fill it in. All right, let's go. Positive divided by a positive gives me what type of answer? Positive. I have same signs. Positive answer. What about negative divided by negative? Same signs. My answer is positive. Here I have different signs. Positive divided by negatives. What are we going to have? Negative answers. Different signs again. They just flipped them. Negative answers. All right, let's put it to the test. Let's work it out. 50 divided by negative 5. Well, first of all, this going to be negative or positive?
Negative.
So go ahead and write that negative down. My signs are different, so my answer must be negative. And then I just do regular division. 50 divided by 5.
Is 10.
Well, let's see. See if everybody agrees. Bright, he says negative 10. Do you agree or disagree? Online, thumbs up, thumbs down. Agree or disagree? Those of you online, I need to see your thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you agree or disagree? He said the answer would be 10, negative 10. All right, so we had a consensus of agree, negative 10. What about this one? Negative 12 divided by negative 3. Is my answer going to start out being positive or negative? Positive, because I have same signs. Do I have to write the little plus for the positive symbol? I don't have to. I can just write the regular number. So now, what's 12 divided by 3? What was it? 4. So I could write just 4, or I could write the positive 4. But if this was a test question, they're just going to write the 4. Without the symbol, it's assumed that it's positive. Now let's look at the next one. It's going to take a little math. Negative 135 divided by 5. Is that going to be a positive or a negative answer? Negatives and positives, we have different signs. So it will be a negative. Now, we might have to come out to the side and do some division. Come out to the side and divide it out.
27.
27, let's see if she's right. 5 goes into 13 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Remainder 3, bring down my 5. It does go in there 7 times even. So when we put that with our negative, our answer is negative 27. Good job. All right, so that was just a little refresh. Hopefully that's bringing that back to your memory about multiplying and dividing integers. Our next assignment up is going to be first in math.